Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because we have lots of new goodies to play with. I'm going to be using the new Luxury Cream Foundation from GOSS along with his Weightless powder. So we're going to be using that as my complexion products today. Then we're going to create a little fun blue velvet look using the blue velvet QUINT from DIOR that just launched. This QUINT was a little outside of my comfort zone, but for some reason I was just really attracted to it. So we're going to create this look using blue velvet today. And then I have a few other new favorite goodies that I want to share with you. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look using some new makeup goodies, then let's go ahead and get started. I am so excited to do a get ready with you today. I have some fun new products, and one that I'm super excited to share with you is the new launch from GOSS. So this is his Luxury Cream Foundation, and as I had mentioned the other day, I kind of fell in love with this. So we're going to be playing with that today along with his Weightless powder, and we will start with Complexion. Now this cream foundation comes in 12 different shades, and I ended up picking it up in light medium with neutral undertones number 9, and then I ended up picking up shade number 10 that I thought I could use for concealer or a little bit of highlighting, and shade 10 is described as light with cool undertones. And here is a swatch of shades number 9 and number 10. And the other thing that is cool is that you can customize, like buy a couple different shades and customize it. So he has a shade number 12 that is like super light. You could use that and mix it with your own foundation color and then create your own concealer color, or you could get a darker tone and use that for contouring, which I may do because I really have fallen in love with this formula. So this is super silky. It feels like butter going on your skin, and it is also a satin finish. So you can build this up or sheer it out. It is super pigmented. So when I first tried this on, I put a little bit too much product on for more of a flawless finish, which I do enjoy from time to time, but on the day-to-day, I like to wear more of a natural sheared out look, and you can do just that with this cream foundation. Now, one of the reasons I love GOSS, I'm a huge fan of him, is because he actually cares about us who may be a bit more mature and created this foundation for all skin types and all ages. He also doesn't make outrageous claims about his products, like he's a real straight shooter. For example, he doesn't claim that the foundation isn't going to sit in your wrinkles. It is going to smooth your skin out, blur imperfections, but as with any product that you put in your face, yes, over time it can sink into your wrinkles and such. I didn't find this to be cakey or anything like that, but I enjoyed his honesty when he was talking about his product. So I did pick up his puff right here. So one side is very smooth, and then the other is a little bit more like a powder puff on the opposite side. And he does recommend that you place this on your skin with this side. Yep, I've already used it, you guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and dip a little bit of product in here and show you how this just smooths on like butter. So I'm just dipping a little bit of the product on the puff, and we'll start with my nose and basically smooth this on to the skin. Again, you want to start less is more. You can always build it up. This classic cream formula glides on smoothly, minimizing the look of pores, lines, and skin texture for a poreless finish. This has a high concentration of pigment for customizable coverage levels. Mix the shades together for bespoke highlighting and sculpting effects. The cream formula feels like silk on the skin. It delivers buildable coverage. It has a satin finish that looks, feels, and wears just like real beautiful skin, no matter your age. Thanks to a high pigment load, a little goes a long way. Blend it out for sheer payoff or build it up for your ideal level of coverage. You guys, this is what this cream foundation looks like, and I'm hoping you can see it. To me, has a little bit of radiance that peeks through and lets your skin shine through here. You can adjust the finish. Let's say you have more oily skin and you want a little bit more of a matte finish. You could use a matte primer underneath and then put the foundation on top. Or if you wanted a little bit more of a dewy finish, you could put on a bit of moisturizer ahead of using this foundation. For today's purposes, I had just completed my regular skincare, finishing off with my sunscreen, and I just applied it on my skin. So let's go ahead and we're going to use number 10, and I'm going to use this underneath my eyes. We can also use it to highlight as well. I'm just going to fold the little puff here and just use a little bit underneath my eyes here. And I have used this with a damp beauty blender, and I've also just used it with my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion brush, because when I first got the puff out, I just thought that it was for the powder per se, not necessarily to put the foundation on. And you can see definitely brightening up underneath the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingers and blend that in. Definitely see a little brightness. We'll go ahead, I'll put a little bit down here. We'll just do a teeny bit of highlighting with this color over here. And I can always add the other color to blend it as well. I maybe should have started with the lighter first, but we'll do a little bit of this and then I'll top it just to show you how you can build it up. Then I'll go in with just a teeny bit more of the number 9 and just sort of tap that into the skin. And I'm going to go ahead and set everything with this weightless powder, and I'm just going to flip over and use the puff side here. And again, a little goes a long way, so I'm just going to tap that, and I am just going to set everything. Okay, what we're gonna do is just let this all settle into my skin, and we're gonna move on to a fun eye look today. I did pick up the DIOR QUINT, and this is in Blue Velvet. I know, I think I've gone crazy pulling out the blues, but it just looked so pretty. And yes, I'm gonna create a more subtle look using this today. I don't really do super dramatic eye looks, so my look's gonna be a little bit more low key, but I do also feel like that's important to show you if you are scared of this eye quint, that you really can wear this in a more subtle way. So what I like to do is I like to start with this middle shade here and use that as my crease color. And this color alone is really pretty. It's got a little bit of lavender undertone to it. So I find that you could use this shade along with this taupey shade up here, kind of silver shade, for a little subtle look as well. We're going to come over to this shade right here. And here's what this looks like. It's sort of a really pretty silver. Here's a swatch of this QUINT, and this is that middle shade right here that I'm going to use in my crease. We've got this kind of pretty fun robin's egg blue, a gorgeous silver, deeper navy, and then an inky blue down at the bottom. So I like to use these more as my eyeliner shades and have a little bit of fun with the pops of color over here. Then I'm going to come into this color. We're just doing a very light wash of that blue on the lid here. We're doing just a really light wash of this pretty blue right there. I know, don't worry, we're going to blend everything out, but this is a little fun pop of color. Getting a little bit of like the 70s blue eyeshadow vibe. That's okay. We're going to tone it down. Then I'm going to come over into this shade here, and I'm just going to top that blue shade with this silvery tone. And just know once I put on a bit of the darker navy eyeliner, it sort of grounds everything. This has got a little bit, this tone up here has got a little pop of shimmer in it, and I feel like it just sort of pops your overall eyes. Then what I'm going to do is use these two bottom shades as eyeliners, and I'm going to use the inkier one up here on the top, really define my lash line, and I'm going to place this one underneath my eyes for a little bit of color there. So I'm going to start with this one over here, and I'm going to take a little bit of that blue. I'm using a BK Beauty number 204, and I'm just putting a little bit of that blue underneath, kind of 3/4 of the way on my eyes. Then I'm going to take this inkier one up here, and I am going to place that close to the lash line. Again with a little bit of more of this one just in that crease, just to kind of define that crease again. It actually will deepen Okay guys, here is what I have created so far. And then I'm going to tight line my upper lash line with a little bit of black, keeping the navy on the bottom here. Okay, now I'm going to go put on some mascara to ground the whole look. So even though this is outside my comfort zone, I am even having fun playing with it. I feel like you can create a really pretty blue and lavender eye look that is kind of fun for spring. So I'm gonna go ahead, put on some mascara, and then we'll go and finish off the rest of the face. Okay, here is my take on using the Dior Blue Velvet Eye Quint. And what I thought I would do now is kind of bronze up the skin, and I will use a little bit of my bronzer in the crease as well, just to tie the whole face together. And I meant to mention at the beginning, I have had some dental work done, and I have like a little bit of an injury. My lip got pinched when we were doing a bunch of impressions. So that is recovering, but that's why it's a little swollen over there. Just in case you notice that little injury, that is what it is from. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using the WESTMAN Atelier bronzer, and this one is in Coupe de Soleil, hoping that I'm reading that correctly. And I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my skin a little bit with that color. Taking a little bit of this, and I want to add that into my eye look. Again, just tying everything together. Then for cheeks, I have been using this SANTE. This is the super loaded highlighter. I like wearing this on my cheeks as blush slash highlighter. And I am just going to tap that on my skin. And this is a beautiful peachy rose tone. And it just makes your skin, gives your skin like a really pretty, healthy flush. And I think it pairs well with the overall look. Okay, then for lips, I'm going to use a more neutral lip since I feel like we played up the eyes, and also because I don't really want to emphasize my little ouchie from my dental work. I'm going to use the color Beige Oblique, and we'll just put that on. This really hurts, you guys. So I've been laughing because I went to get my double crowns in and they still didn't fit. So we had to do my third set of impressions, and I have a very small mouth, so it's sort of hard to get in there with a bunch of people and take impressions and such. So I'm just trying to remain calm, hoping that this next set actually works. I just wanted to mention that is what it is. It's not a cold sore or anything like that. And then for perfume of the day, I am going to put on this beautiful scent from Chloe. This is the Atelier de Fleurs line, and this is CEDRUS. And I find this to be the most beautiful, woody, soft, musky floral scent that is perfect for layering other scents or just wearing it alone. So when I first sprayed this on, I thought, ooh, it's just a little bit too woody, a little bit too earthy. And then the dry down happened, and it is just such a gorgeous, soft, woody, floral, musky scent. So versatile, so comforting, and I had to laugh because I had sprayed this on before I went to the dentist, and I was there for quite some time, and I literally got like 4 different compliments on this perfume. People were asking me what I was wearing, that I just smelled good. They were not like, oh my gosh, you're wearing a strong perfume. It isn't like that. They just said you smell good because of course we were in close proximity. And I was actually glad I had put perfume on because I get a little bit stressed out with all of the drilling, and I had gotten Novocaine, and you know, just it was a little bit stress inducing that they didn't fit and we had to do the process all over again. So I was glad that I had on something that was going to mask a little bit of my natural sweating and nervousness, and this was the perfect scent for that. So these Chloe scents are available exclusively at Nordstrom. So when I had seen some of the new things pop up, there was this entire line, and I've always been a fan of Chloe fragrances from back in the day. And then my friend Jenny, who is a fellow frag head, was like, oh my gosh, you have got to try CEDRUS. So I'm really glad I did, because I feel like it is the perfect transitional scent, kind of perfect for spring, but as we're going into summer and we want the things that are a little bit more fresh and airy, this is this perfect everyday scent, and I just love the way it makes me feel clean, invigorated. Any kind of woody scents always makes me feel kind of invigorated, gives me a little bit of like boss vibes. Like, I love that. So I definitely love this scent from Chloe. This is something that literally you can step out of your shower, spray this all on, and you're gonna smell amazing, but it's not gonna be overpowering. It is just the perfect everyday scent. Okay guys, I am going to head off to work now, but I am going to do a check-in later in the day so you can see how this foundation wears. I have been playing around with it. I already can give you a heads up that it wears beautifully. It is going to really mesh in with your skin. It's not going to look like you have any makeup on your skin, but it is going to keep the blur-o-vision on. It's going to provide you with that coverage, but it really is just sort of a silky, buttery foundation that is easy to use and truly weightless. So I will check in a bit so you can kind of see how it wears throughout the day. But I'm wishing all of you guys a fabulous afternoon. Check in a bit. Okay guys, I'm doing a quick little check-in. It has been a bit of a busy day. I have been out for a walk, and it is a little bit overcast, a little misty. So I have not touched up or anything. You are seeing what my makeup looks like at the end of the day. I've had this on for about 10.5 hours. So I'll give you a quick little check-in here. And as you can see, I've still got a bit of radiance going on that was similar to when I first put it on. I definitely see a little bit of shine coming through my T-zone, which I could easily touch up with the weightless powder. I did notice when I was in the car that that number 10 foundation, what I used underneath my eyes, definitely is a brightener. So I have 9 on my face and then 10 underneath my eyes, and I'm hoping you can see it. It's still on underneath my eyes, and it's a bit brighter. So overall, I feel like it looks like skin. I don't feel like I'm wearing any makeup at all. I think as far as longevity and staying on the skin, I have found that cream foundations, I love them. I feel like they look more skin-like, but that they sometimes can get a little bit eaten up by your skin as well by the end of the day. But I'm still finding that the coverage is still there. I'm just kind of having the little breakthrough through the T-zone, and I've also been out in some misty, rainy weather. So for myself, I'm actually really loving this cream foundation. I'm a fan of cream foundations. This one just slides on like butter, and I'm also having fun sort of playing around with different ways to apply it versus a damp beauty blender, a brush, and using the puff that it came with. So you will see this foundation used in other videos. I really do like it, and I think it's a great launch from Wayne Goss.